And God, because of all these efforts that we're doing, we still have a way to go. We're not fighting to dominate the men. No, no, no. The Bible tells us in Genesis chapter 2, verses 22, it tells us that we come from the prince. So what does that mean? Side by side. Not from the head, not from the toe to the skin, not from the head to the box. No. To dominate. No. Our role is support. As we put support side by side. And that's our goal is to be able to give whatever we can. Our team encourages us to be generous and to polite, to help each other, support each other. If you know something that I can benefit from, tell me. Recognize each other. Try our best to, stop discrimination or biases or injustice. Those are ways of us to give. We, call out any bias, call out discrimination. Ako no sa chokopuro ke China rin kuyang kacang. Second Corinthians 9 verses 6 to 7. Very good example. What God wants us to do. It says it uses a farmer as an example. A farmer that sow a lot of seed, they reap a lot. So it's just like, it's a good example for us. Niya chay parang kikiway members. Kiway, ay chay parang. Nagchay parang pato ko din machocho. We will reap a lot. When we plant a lot of seeds, we will reap a lot of seeds. It's just like our team this year. We give so that we can have equality among everybody. Fairness, justice. Not only that, as I mentioned earlier, not only the receiver would benefit from our, but us too. It gives us joy. When we give, we have joy. And the more we give, the more joy. And the joy comes from God is transforming our hearts. Because He's the one that gives first. Okay? John 3:16. Because He knows He gives. Give us His only begotten Son. Of China Cup Mawag. Ibang patch na tayo lang. Anahanap tayo ng chamchaman na barot. I think it's a barot. Years to come. China chamchaman. Kasi ang pala na tayo team and barot. To game. It's like a baseball game. You don't open your arms. You cannot catch the ball. So if you are always tired with your resources or your things or your knowledge or your time, you will not get this. Blessing is from giving. There are 3 benefits of giving that I wanted to briefly go through. I was given only 5 minutes. My time is up. First, as I mentioned, because God first gives us, and He gives us transformation to give. So when we give, we have joy. Pero when we give away, so passion, I think it makes it give with your heart. Give with your heart. So what means niya ang balik sa akin. So, what you will kasi na niya. Okay. Pero yung freedom. Child free. When we give, we have freedom. Child can give anything. So, we come from the country. Niya child give. We're not trying. We don't do many possessions. Stop. Huh? So the freedom that we feel when we give, we're not orbiting around material things. Okay. But we're storing our treasures in heaven. Ima kasampanan. Dahil mag-check kasi kiyura niya check pa. Yata na. Check pa. Orang karya lang. Coverage to kisu masami. God loves children. God loves children. Give whatever you do. I think you need to solve it, not on the money, not the talents, but in talents, in time. That you cheerfully, happy. I'm going to my shoulders. What's our promises that God gave us in His words? Efesos 1 now. Why cuma kau ni bang kecil emen kuat kacang yang tuan biaya mah mewah. You know, kasapa. Kau ni bang kecil emen kuat. Why cuma? It says it start with remember or don't forget that you reap what you sow. That's a promise. You know, kariyaw, sasanan ko mo ralaw kariyaw, kuno malasan. Pagkos panagkatsikiyong, poison emenemen, nang tuwan, Pone wiya. Watch my place in the Lord would reward you according to what you tama pong bata. Not only material things, but with His mercy, with His grace, with His protection. Kasi yung ninaw na, generously provides it's so whatever you do, that's what our Lord is protecting us. Our theme, give to gain what you I mentioned earlier that we have come along. I got a scholarship to the University of Oklahoma. My parents refused one. And that was I'm 75 years old. Years ago. And so we have come along. Now, I have my nieces. Oh, yours. Master holders. Parents are they're importers. Education. And I'm going to want to see that you go to school. And then want that you go forever. I'm going to see
Please give Mrs. Ramon another big round of applause. Thank you so much for such an inspirational remark. It actually moved me. Kailangan din. Mrs. Ramon, thank you so very much. At this time, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming His Excellency, the President of the Federated States of Micronesia, Wesley W. Sinina.
Thank you. My respect to Madam Chair, the Council, First Lady of Bombay, Diana, Erexo in Bombay, especially President of Monterey Council, European Commission, Nadia Barra, all women, Monterey's Women Council, who are here to celebrate this special occasion today. Ambassador, Ambassador Council, to all who are present here, Colorado. It is a privilege for me to join you as Honored International Women's Day and mark the 4th anniversary of State Law 101-75-22. Declared March 8th as Conway International Women's Day. I will try to be brief because I will give it to someone else instead of continuing after March. So I wish to commend the Conway Women's Council for its strong leadership in organizing this important celebration and for its continued efforts to serve the women in our local communities, advancing awareness on gender equality, strengthening traditional knowledge, promoting health and food security, and supporting the welfare of our women and girls across our nation. This year's theme, Give to Gain for Gender Equality, reminds us that gender equality is not only a women's issue. It is a national development priority, one that GFSM approaches with serious and firm commitment. There is a saying that goes, behind every great man, there is a great woman, or a greater. But in my case, she has always been beside. When I think of this year's theme, to give is to gain, I think of generosity. And so it is more than fitting to introduce to you the most generous and giving person I know, who delivered the real remarks on our behalf. My better half, the first lady. Please join me in welcoming the deliver her remarks, Madame First Lady.
Thank you, Mr. President. Good morning and camarade. May I first pay my respects to all the traditional leaders this time, and I associate myself with the pain of respects that have come before. I want to also acknowledge all the women who are here with us today. Today we gather in this celebration to remind ourselves of the contributions we bring as women that are important and critical for our communities. The theme, Give to Gain for Gender Equality, speaks to who we are as island people. In our culture, giving is not a loss. In our culture, we value the contributions that women bring. When we give support, mentorship, protection, opportunity, and respect to women and girls, we gain stronger households, stronger communities, and a stronger nation. It has been said that when you strengthen a woman, you strengthen a village. When you guide a daughter, you guide the future of the life. These words reminds us that the role of women in our communities has never been small. It is the very foundation of it. Over the years, the Philippine Women Council has worked closely with the state and national governments. We host workshops, trainings, raise awareness of domestic violence and human trafficking, advocate for health and non-communicable disease prevention, support climate resilience efforts, and preserve our traditional knowledge and crafts. These efforts directly align with our sustainable development goals and our national commitment to inclusive development. Women also play a vital role as guardians of our culture and as advocates for peace in our communities. As mothers, daughters, sisters, and wives, women carry the responsibility of preserving our traditional knowledge, our customs, and the values that define us as Micronesian people. We are the custodians of lineage and land, ensuring that our identity and heritage are passed down with respect to future generations. Women are often the quiet peacemaker in our families and communities, guiding reconciliation, strengthening relationships, and fostering unity and harmony. By giving in these ways, we gain back so much more. We preserve our past for our present and help shape a peaceful, strong, and sustainable future for the Federated States of Micronesia. However, our work is not done yet. We still have more to do in the empowerment of our women in Philippines and in the broader Federated States of Micronesia. Gender equality requires all of us, men and women, leaders and youth, to challenge norms, to protect and value, to protect the vulnerable, to promote education and economic opportunity, and to ensure that women's voices are represented at every level of decision making. To the young girls here today, the Pompey Women Council has made great progress in the fight towards gender equality. By the time you take these leadership roles, you will inherit a strong foundation that you can contribute. To the women leaders, mothers, sisters, grandmothers, aunts and cousins, thank you for your strength. Thank you for your sacrifices and leadership, which are not often quiet, but always powerful. Let us continue to give our time, our support, and our leadership, so that together we maintain a peaceful and a more united Federated States of Micronesia. Alang and love and the International Women's Day.
Yes, please.
I think the First Lady was so excited that she forgot to mention that with all the good works that the women of Pompey have been doing, or the Pompey Women Council has been doing, she is also pledging 5,000 to help support the works that you are doing. It's not much because we're broke. Yes, that's how she can offer. Thank you very much.
May I kindly ask that we please give another big round of applause to If you will allow me at this time to say a few words on behalf of Pompey Women Council, on behalf of all of us. Oh, well, mention is sa kapitante ko yung non-firm cemetery. Sa kapitante ko yung sa kapitatan, when the person Pompeo, all these architect na natin, may tinagatan ng Chinya, also government. By our respect to His Excellency, the President of the Federal States of Micronesia, President Wesley Simina, First Lady City Simina, members of your cabinet, FSM national government, employees that are here joining us today. Although he's not here, I also would like to pay respect to the Governor and Lieutenant Governor of the state of Ponape. That this morning on their behalf, we have the better half, Dr. Karsta, First Lady of the state of Ponape. My respect to the Dean of the Diplomatic Corps, Ambassador of the People's Republic of China, Ambassador Gu Wei, thank you so very much. I also would like to announce that the Embassy of the People's Republic of China also contributed $4,000 earlier today. That's their contribution to PhD and members of your delegation, we have members of the Embassy of the People's Republic of China, We're also very, very honored to have with us the U.S. Ambassador to the Federation of Micronesia, Her Excellency Jennifer Johnson. I'm expecting your daughters. I didn't see them this morning, but let's give them a very big round of applause. We're very fortunate and happy to have with us, honoring our International Women's Day, we have the OCT team. May I ask that you please rise for recognition, all in the military uniform. They just arrived 2 days ago. They will be providing humanitarian assistance throughout the 4 states of the Federation of Micronesia. We salute you, thank you for your service, and thank you for being here today. I was informed earlier that or maybe they're in the room as well, that the Veterans Association, Conflict Veterans Association, either is here or will be joining us today. So we're very honored this year to have the support of our veterans. So again, thank you so much for your service. Our respect to all the national, the state, local governments, Congresswoman Marilyn Abello. Alfonso, please rise for recognition. This She not only a member of many of our organizations, but she has been, over the many, many years, has been a great supporter. She assisted us financially or in person, so thank you so very much. All the different women groups here, Kalangan, Roman, the presidents, the vice presidents, the officers of the many groups that are here with us today. If you see the program, we are actually an inclusive group. There's women from Bonbay, from Koshai, from our outer islands of Hanapay. This year we have the Fijian women also with us today. And in the back, when you came in, the music background, that's the youth groups that are here also, the faith-based organizations. We have the people with disability, or women with disability. So thank you all, Kalangan. Thank you all so very much for making this year's event possible. It is indeed an honor and privilege for me to stand here on behalf of the Bonbay Women Council, especially the officers of our Bonbay Women Council. We recently had a reorganization. May I ask that our officers please rise for recognition. Our Vice President remains as Mrs. Maria Dongren. The Secretary, where's Berno? Out in the house, please stand. We're always busy running around doing things. And then our new treasurer, Mrs. Santos, Evelyn Santos, if you would stand, please. I can say congratulations to us. But as stated by Mrs. Ramon, 115 years after the movement of the first introduction of International Women's Day in other parts of the world, in Bonbay, we are celebrating the 4th year since the passage of State Law number 10L 75-22, creating March 8 as a legal holiday for the state of Bonbay. If not the first, we are among the very few in the world that legalized March 8 in recognition and respect of women. So for this, I'd like to say again, thank you so much for the state of Bonbay, for our leadership, for recognizing the women. So let's give them a big round of applause. The Bonbay Women Council is a non-governmental organization, and we are very proud and honored to again lead this year's and organize this year's International Women's Day. We are wholeheartedly grateful and honored for your presence. Your presence, your generous contributions gives us hope and validates the sense of cooperation and unity. Contributions this year, your presence made this year's International Women's Day not only possible, but a great success of Kanan. Thank you so very much. International Women's Day is a movement. It's a special day that impacts and belongs to all groups, everywhere, inclusive of all gender. It remains an important opportunity for the Federated States of Micronesia to elevate and amplify the focus on gender equality. The theme for this year's International Women's Day is give to gain for gender equality. Give to gain is more than a slogan or just a theme. It is a strategic approach to empowerment. By giving support, giving resources and opportunities to women, we can create a multiplier effect that benefits individuals, organizations, society as a whole. It is a collective progress. Give to Gain is a global campaign that encourages us that by giving time resources, by sharing knowledges, and support each other, we collectively gain a stronger, more equitable nation. As Mrs. Ramon stated, it encourages a mindset of generosity, reciprocity, and collaboration. It highlights that by working together as individuals and organizations and communities contribute and recognize women's advancement, opportunities and support for women increases. It's a ripple effect of empowerment and growth in the society. The giving can come in many forms: mentorship, advocacy, education, financial support, visibility, and even time. The campaign emphasizes that early and consistent support, such as during school years, can have long-term impact on women's confidence, career opportunities, and leadership potential. Additionally, Give to Gain aligns with the UN's focus, United Nations focus on rights, justice, and action for all women and girls, transforming International Women's Day from a symbolic celebration into a call of action. By giving intentionally, society benefits. Collectively, workplaces become more innovative, communities become stronger, and future generations are better equipped to thrive. And on a practical application, participation in Give to Gain can occur by individual actions, mentoring of young women, sharing knowledges, advocating for gender equality, celebrating women's achievements, and challenging stereotypes. So at the FSM Women's Conference in June, we share knowledges, we advocate for gender equality, we celebrate the achievements of women, and address the challenging stereotypes. For Conway, the Conway Women Council continues year after year to organize events such as the International Women's Day with workshops or conferences such as this to promote awareness on health, on environment, gender equality, gender-based violence, traditional knowledges, and many more. So at work, at home, in the community, there are many ways to overly advance women. We give respect. We give donations. we give visibility, we give knowledge, we give funding, we give justice, we give resources, we give a voice, we give protection, we give the truth, we give equal pay, we give celebration, we give sponsorship, mentoring, and most of all, we give love. But there is a saying, when we give, we gain. When women drive, we all rise. When we give from the heart. So the slogan for today's or this year's International Women's Day, when we give from the heart, it's like this or like this. So I'm hoping throughout this week, when we see each other, it's this, that means we give from the heart. So let us give to gain for gender equality. Kailangan ng uparar, kailangan ng Happy International Women's Day. Thank you all so very much. Thank you. This is my short remark for this morning. Thank you. I don't have the program in front of me, man. This may be a good time. I'm just going to briefly go over the program very quickly, and we will have morning tea that will be served outside the foyer. Please, we ask that you join us. We have coffee, tea, perhaps a little bit of bread or something that is for everyone to share. This is our way of giving, sharing. So today's program, by the way, our agenda is subject to change. As of yesterday, we kept receiving requests from organizations that do want to join. So if your name or organization is not on this program, but you have received confirmation from us that we can insert you, don't feel bad. We will make sure that you are on the program this week. So this week's agenda, from Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the workshop days will be here at the Camarale Convention Center. We really want to recognize those who have made this year's possible. So, as I stated, the Columbia Women Council is a non-profit, non-governmental organization. When we were informed that there's a cost of $2,400, we were so fortunate that one of our sponsor organizations, without any hesitation, UNICEF stepped in and said, don't worry, Emmy, we'll take care of it. So thank you, UNICEF, for taking care of it. And this morning, afternoon tea and lunch today is sponsored by our FSM joint, FSM and state non-communicable diseases, or NCD program. So let's give them a big round of applause. So one of the very exciting presentation today will be presented by our NCD coordinator and representative of PIOA organization out of Honolulu, Hawaii. And this is the result and findings on the non-communicable disease hybrid survey that was conducted here in Conway. I know that some of our leaders may be leaving us shortly, but I do want to emphasize how proud we are in working in partnership and collaboration with PIOA and the state, Conway State Government, the Conway Women Council members. Actually, we reached 1,100 households around the island. So I would really like to ask the surveyors to please stand for recognition. Let's give them a big round of applause. of them. But if you look around, to reach, these were not just any random household. These were selected households that were given to us by the Department of Health. And at first we thought, oh, that's easy. But what we learned were challenges where these women would go up, for example, in Medellin. They would drive all the way there only to find out that the residents of the households were not present, so they had to drive all the way back to town and go back. Sometimes they would visit the same household 3 times. We also faced a challenge where we actually visited several households, and the people, the occupants of the household, refuses to participate in this survey. Some challenges faced were the location of these households. The vehicle can reach those areas, so they have to park on the main street and walk up here to where these residences' households are. Our target was 1,004. We could not make it. We asked for an extension. They gave us just a little bit time, but 1,100 households. Again, these were selected houses. And so the findings today will be the first ever reporting that will be provided to us on where we are, Pohnpei. Where is Pohnpei in terms of NCD? The survey was it's a comprehensive, very detailed, because it involves the gender, of course the location, the age of the people that attended the survey. And so I have not seen it. So this will be the first ever reporting that will be conducted. And I'm sure that this report will be shared to the national government. I'm not sure whether the similar survey, hybrid survey was conducted in the other 3 states of the FSM, but for Pohnpei, we're very proud to be a partner of this project. So there will be that action plan that will be conducted right after lunch. And we asked, if at all possible, you can join us, please stay. If you have to leave because of other prior commitments, you have the program with you. You can look at the agenda for this week and please join us whenever you can. There will be also a presentation by the UNICEF on the Family Protection Program that will be toward the afternoon after lunch. Day 2 or Tuesday, again, there will be presentations by non-communicable diseases program. This is by the doctor, they call him Dr. J. I will not attempt to pronounce his last name. There will be a presentation by the Embassy of the People's Republic with a video as well. And Gender Equity Empowerment by FSMTCNI and PMU. By the way, these are offices that we have actually worked with before, with the DCNI. And at this time, it's also proper that I also give thanks to Ambassador Wu Wei, who approved. There were 4 members of the Pohnpei Women Council who visited China for the first time. We attended a seminar on integration of culture and technology. It was an eye-opener for me, especially. And so we also have an agreement that we can continue such trainings in the future. So we will look at which group organizations try to link you with the proper trainings that are available. But at this time, we'd like to say thank you, Kanawan Ambassador. The FSM, TCNI, and PMU. This was another survey that we worked with them on. last year with the World Bank, we can say that we're now becoming experts on survey. So we did a road infrastructure survey around the island, and we completed 600 households. That was going in actually same time as the hybrid survey, so we were crunched with time trying to complete both projects at once, and we're very happy and proud to say that this is another success story that we were able to complete and be part of the recommendations that for our road infrastructure. So we'll see what they have to provide now. Apparently what we learned last year was a lot of women, I will say, a lot of us can drive. They're going to be showcasing this. A lot of us women own vehicles, maybe 100%, but only 50% of us have valid driver's license. And maybe only 1% of that has ever been involved in an accident. So it shows that we're safe drivers. We own the vehicle, but the reason was we just don't have time to go get our driver's licenses. And so the police officers that are in the room, block your ears. But there will be a training that will be provided to us on how to get your driver's license. So we're not illegally driving. I guess that's part of the problem. Another very interesting and new project that will be happening on Tuesday is by the College of Micronesia. This is, they call it the SAP SAP 020. I guess this is their college code. But it's about food processing and preservation training. So the College of Micronesia and SM Center for Entrepreneurship will be providing training of trainers for those women who wants to become certified trainers on food preservation. Please do not miss this. You need to register. You need to complete this training. There will be a competition on food. They will be here tomorrow showcasing, explaining the criteria. But there will be a competition on this matter, food processing using only local tomorrow. So I'll leave the more detailed explanation to the College of Micronesia folks. March 4, Wednesday, we have the State Social Affairs. I think they will be working in collaboration with the National Department of Health. We asked that the resolutions that were adopted and signed at the FSM Women's Conference in June be shared. I have not seen those resolutions, so we'd like to respectfully ask if those can be shared, at least explained to us women on Wednesday. So we understand what are our limbs. What did we commit during the last FSM Women's Conference? For your information, the next FSM Women's Conference will be here next year, will be here in Conway. So most likely, you're looking at the organizers. Although it's a government function, we can assure you, President Simina and First Lady, that the Conway Women Council are ready. We stand behind you to support you 100% in welcoming our sisters and brothers from Chuk, Yap, and Kushan. We will be hearing also from the Department of Public Safety, Bombay State. This is on their state operating procedure for emergency and disaster response. And Bombay Women Council, we have a role in this. So whenever, if there is a natural disaster, we will be called upon. So it's also very important that we understand what are our roles. What do we do when there's a flooding, when there's COVID, or when there's typhoon? What do we do on these different certain natural disasters? The Supreme Court has continued to provide access to justice during International Women's Day. The new topic they're adding on is sexual harassment. Bombay State recently passed its sexual harassment in the workplace. I'm not sure whether the FSM has one, but it's good opportunity at least to be aware of what is sexual harassment. There will be a presentation on the Bombay domestic violence law implementation, and that is on Wednesday. Thursday, human rights by the UN Multi-Country Office. We received a note apologizing that they will not be able to join, but that's an open space on the agenda for anyone who wants to fit in. There is going to be a presentation by our very own First Lady of Bombay State, who also happened to be a doctor. So she will be presenting on the health issues in the state, in the FSM. FSM OEM, Office of Emergency OEM, will be presenting on climate change. And then there is a Zoom that will be conducted on intellectual property rights. This is fairly new. My understanding is we don't have such law in place, but it's good to understand what do we need, if we need to pass such legislation or law to protect our rights. As some of you know, Bombay Women is known for the best skirt makers in the entire FSM. But these skirts have been mass-produced in, I don't know whether it's Bangladesh or somewhere, and it's been sold at less quality and very cheap. So for us women, I think this is an important topic. So will we hear more about it? The Australian Embassy will be providing a presentation on the available scholarships that they have and the direct aid program. And of course, we will have the recap and reflection. This is the full schedule. Over the years, we have had contributions by our Embassy of the United States of America. Earlier, 2 weeks ago, we had we started off the celebration on International Women's Day, sponsored breakfast with the Ambassador Johnson, so we really want to thank you for that opportunity. But these are collaborations and partnerships among government, embassies, and really we want to say thank you so much for all of this, for all of your support. We see your continued support in the future. Thank you so much, First Lady, for your commitment, and rest assured, we are with you all the way. So that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday, this is the day we set aside to join the Lianalam, who will take the lead on International Day of Prayer. And this will be at the Nono Mootso. This is in Colonia. This is the Protestant church in Colonia, right across the rural development. Thank you. So that's where it's going to be. Everyone is invited, not just the women, everyone. And there's a request by the Lianalam to please join and wear white. So if you're going to the service, please wear white. That will start at 9 o'clock in the morning. On Thursday as well, We have the Pohnpei Women Council over the years. This is our giving to the hospital, Pohnpei State Hospital, Genesis, as well as the Pohnpei State Jail. We will be donating food to the 3 places. So again, as a request reminder, that our contributions are to be brought to the Pohnpei Women's Center in the morning on Thursday. We will have members of the council that will be distributing these foods to the hospitals. Local food are welcome as well. Saturday and Sunday, we will break. We'll rest. March 8 falls on Sunday, so therefore the main celebration event on March 8 will be held on Monday at the Colonia China Friendship Gymnasium in Colonia by the Spanish Wall. This is where you will witness the best ever in the FSM. Great dancers. All the groups are eager to show off what they've learned through the years. They will be selling arts and crafts. And this is where the cooking competition and the announcement of winners will be announced. So again, stay tuned for tomorrow when the College of Micronesia introduce this food processing or cooking competition. The People's Republic of China Embassy also will be having a sale. Proceeds, 100% of the proceeds will be donated to the Pohnpei Women Council. So again, once again, thank you, Ambassador Wayne, for this contribution. There will be a place designated for them, and what they're selling is there's gift items. I'm sure everyone would love to benefit them, but please help buy. Proceeds will go toward the Pohnpei Women Council. I will not go through the list on what's happening on Tuesday, but the lineup is what we have for each women organization. We ask that you be there on time, please. Again, tents, you are responsible for your own tents, your chairs. Special thanks to the College of Micronesia who has contributed for all the chairs and the tables that we will be using at the gymnasium. Catering throughout the week, I will be announcing and thanking those sponsors who are sponsoring. We will have our traditional leaders there as well. So that is the program for this week in celebration of International Women's Day. I think it's time for morning tea. I apologize for the delay, but please help yourself with coffee, tea, and what we have outside. After the break, we will pursue 30-minute morning tea, and then we will resume with the findings by the NCT. Kalangan. Officers and Pohnpei Women Council, Maisa Wasmao, President, First Lady, Ambassador Go.
This morning, I think we'll proceed to the NCT, Pohnpei State NCT, meaning non-communicable disease. And back up with the national NCT, I'm sure. Thank you very much for these two collaboration of the NCT. They sponsored the morning and lunch, and would be the afternoon refreshment. Let's give the programs a good hand so that they continue their serving women and this kind of workshop from now on. Okay? So this, the topic is, as you can see they will be presenting a very good data. Not the best one, but a good data that we women of Pohnpei, the umbrella of Women Council, all the women on Pohnpei, including the outer islands, and all the women that are residing in Pohnpei are included on this umbrella. So if you haven't joined, please, next time, please join. Okay? So the topic is, they're going to present the result of the hybrid survey that was done from the end of, I think, 2024, but we started moving on and completed 2025. Yeah. And on my left is the coordinator, this is Mary Ellen. If those of you who don't know who is the coordinator for that program for the Pohnpei State, on my left is Mary Ellen Silvanus Donres. She is coordinating this program. Let's give her a big hand. Next to her is a young girl working with her through POA. POA is the Pacific Island Health Officers Association. Their headquarters is in Hawaii, so they have meetings and meetings and meetings that supply our knowledge and skills toward the nation. So let's give her Miss Joelle. Yes, Miss Joelle. As you will continue the introduction after this. So may I ask the NCT program to take the lead, and including those, let's keep the Pohnpei Women Council because their support is really a big work. Imagine 1,000, they asked us to survey 1,400 households around Pohnpei, except the outer island. We asked about that because we love the outer islands, but they have a separate, they will have another survey for the outer islands. It's not that we forget them, but they will be included in the next round. So let's give Pohnpei Women Council a big hand because 30 plus groups, 1,000, 2,000 women's group, about maybe 30 or 50 trained, but out of that, only 9 members completed that 1,000 that when we reached 1,100, then they said, good job. It was a little bit late, but we also explained that women, they have we are mothers, we are workers, we are all of the above. So they really love what we explained to them and justify that women can reach there, but because of lots of hat, then can you allow us? And I really admire the coordinator because without our communication toward POA, they wouldn't accept. But you have to know how to translate that into their term. So let's keep the program a big hand and Pohnpei Women Council a big hand.
Kailangan si PMO Aseretje. Pwede ang nakachay. Kayo, kapag mawa sa kachay coach, pwede sa permit. Income.
Mau.
Dede. Iya bang. Dede tak. It's not in low and kita dede kachay. Dede terang. Pwede. Ay cuma sekarang wow, okay po ni. Kon erso sa labalang nama kian so guys. Angkan yang so guys. Wow om. Bukan dan anak so guys. Angkan yang so guys. When menjadi yang pacunya kan. Oh kita Indonesia belen kabalakan. Depende so cepat-cepat. Kalian government or to make it more so. China open a language. Kuya bang tawla? San mga saleta. Hybrid survey we have sa 2023. Slide kayo na lang parata, sa 2024, then 2025, pwede i-answer mo may data collection we have. Tatop check na 23, data collection we have in 2024 and 25. At the same time, I would like to, because this presentation was prepared for the women's group because of the fact that we collaborated together. It's prepared in English, but I will be speaking in Pohnpei and throw out some of the slides just so they understand. But it will be flashed up in English. So yeah, so like I mentioned, it was done in 2023, but the cover page is the 24-25 data collection that's being done. So just to take us back, it's just a small background of NCTs, of what it is. And on here, which I liyakan iwasa survey which chapta samye. Pwede esan the NCT ka kaya kawaso mo kan biya kay pagchaitin pa siya. Kakanti USAPI wasakin kanta to watch pagchaitin elben na yay iray because ada na yay iray na gamin check chaiter yaka chaitan mental iray kan pagchait pas na ni kan award ka USAPI may aking American Samoa Guam CNMI Palau RMI o FSM ano kaya kapatid sansay dengan information men area 10 PO1 itu ada kasalita ye rebellion also yung the Bombay State declare state of emergency of NCT in 2010 pwede PO1 yang declare iwasaw na ramon take ownership the kachkitong chay aray guideline kan po chay kan pakti so mawin NCT kan yay na yang ating heart disease, sugat, stroke, isang moment so mga ka natingkatan di parang NCT. Pero nakikita kita isang lumaw, FSM develop o bisay nila takekan daw component kay may kakakisay component kay no yaksen RAD declaration in state of emergency NCT yun rakan may yang aking hatchpad may sabi hatchpad sa screening ipad yan surveillance kwenta kuya men monitoring system yung kung channel kak check ayay so mga uya tantaralate yung mga outlet status in so mga ka Eri, nito na rin to bener mo hybrid survey bakit kuya so kan lumaw paras Cuenca kabis corporate child na survey kay uya mo soja danti hybrid biyan survey kay mo na ragatan steps pwede funding kan na government sa awan mo soja non karap mo pwede samni capacity improving soja na soja meet criteria the requirement in funding pwede at ay wasaya chuchu o chay pinakchen melang develop ima kareta restoran lana kay lo yaw mo so non point amount ay ima kareta iray friend nagalakkan friend batch kano iray kakatan ila survey chay yan ta match may atanti hybrid survey oy kami Perana Eukia her Chepin survey natin hybrid survey na uyawin ng 2019 Chen BH survey na uyawin mo Yay 2019 le survey me kanyan POI yang so Murin match ida tang uyawin 2024 ayun na Obstinate City Region PND present ka EUBNE o training chapter yawin ang 2023 present ka panoti ang so mga EUBNE so bakit mawin hybrid survey na yay ng 2024 dito ang perno kasaleta pwede Edwin Health Services reach out and community iba kareta at yung kapag inanin natin Golden Women Council pwede Queen na niye Bichin kan na uyawi sa EUBNE o i-write ang Dr. EUBNE na niye dami matmataw na niye taren Queen Health Services pwede Queen hindi pwede Golden na yung Queen yung kakak and kakpagpataw siya na Queen the way pwede survey na so ya 2019 Tron the doctor. Dami sa lelem. Kapanap sa lelem pwede sa lela ng wekan. At yung moment sa tao mo, pwede sa source patroan, may yay. Nakalap kayo mo, 10% nakalap kayo mo. Niyan so may sayo ka na. Each kopkopi, pinin, way. Ainen in sawan slow. Pwede right. Patroan, 10% kan, yawasan ka. Tayo o, yung tuwan wow, and big. Jadi warna di check asman. Isa kung wasaw na natataw NCT hybrid survey yo muyaw weki kuinakan de Golden Women Council konpener. Dari mo. Jadi kap event nan training pa na uyawi. Bisa tingkatan tin risk factors. Risk factors check out katan ti yoyakan na inanin pa akin at kamangay itong gowa so mga or risk factors ka iwasan PO1 15 so setting pitch na match as so we tato niya writing LPN pitch guideline kan o may kakapatuan framework iya re-write sa kinalagis tato pero pasel ka magis Pela, iwasan may isa kan kaskula sa LPN queen ko na patado orang tak yang wewe risk factors na sa inilintin siya dekan manage factor na so mau por cancer pa dyan language and baka kasadeta cuma presentation no na may kasarian por iniling sansan factor na gayun social mawang social living so mau yung factor na yang edeta rina sa katan kundi small Chibakar, datang Chibakar yang api. Bu, sa gawin why, ibesansan ng survey yo, pagkalala ba, ran citizen. Kaya ilalare mo di jenta sa muya, iwasaw ko, kalala pa ko pinitan ng ran citizen ko, karanda base mo, iwasa ran citizen sa ran sangye. Each check, chok-chok lang na so mga isukan, njalaw, o Krisan incha. Ede risk factor na kayo sa kanyang program na sa patch-patch sa dito piya kaskas ko. Objective comment that tahanap goal the queen the program in song-songan already. And kakabese ng community risk factors ka o bitatoong kita sa pinaleti na rana kan di semua apa parang kecil dispensary kan rana na pito yung ng usapan community o and kuya din kan mangipin yung national government tapi wasakan magkakap sa was ni data na kayo kasampan web na kasaleta elalaw na autan private din ka sa doon kan puntahan din ka sa panty inagara na kunti data ka inanin sawas pwede ino ya acay al and already kamangay chip acay nagara tatawag na niya target grouping ng survey yo yay John Dolby Samsung bag isa kwadu kachota Open up size criteria enforcement. Census in 2023, right every year which percent up tatong, percent up tiarata. selected homes. The kay na Pilipilta, Resto Pilata ko pueblo Goa so mau tere anto school lao. So, yacho kay the gender sa kay na sentak totoo ko sentak yato survey ko. Survey is tok puini ora pena puin koras na pinan. Mene pueblo tope. Irai pa me sa interviewee ye so bari sa kwano tachota. Erni ashka tachota ki chaleti moi apin liya taro ko me sa tataw ko ne. Masaleta na moi ta kasi buya tataw ko rerai. Ong rai ko me anti ka pa din dumo tepin matmataw. Resulti ang ali chupale. Puebi sam ni ashpin so min ray Jong, irai ko na Pilipilta sang nangewe chentas, ayay irai ko na nanintikir, may sa tatang hongkaw, ano sa siya nga di chupwede. Pero kahit din sa tauli mo, ang sa isang nandistingin choni mo. Pwede na, wasama sa parang target niyo, nabibilan na choni mo. Icha sa panananak isang pwede, anilaw din na isang irai na Pilipilta. Formula yung sa tatang ko sa tiarata. Peniaskan letar yewe jembas, dia mau menaskan pilata sang nanjoni mo. Sang soldari sa kwadu kota, kota irai me elichupade. Kota le soldari me sa kwani sa karkali. Soldari si sa menka kasimenta, o ina Pilipilta, ine surveyo. Interview me yang outlet a survey na niya. Pero iyan soje irai kami say karomonas kan tuguna. Eri ombe murang kiset kone sayren na research sidu census metakaw. When I survey kan every census prem yawi. Survey katakaw kan mesa tuwiya sa mas. So we katakaw ni just census in 2010. Gawin telepen aramas solar dilit ke patch dolpe absolutely tatao kiche iwasaw me queen pin loye we echene we research sidu kita natin the chamber selelaye solar chowe iso man challenge ko met tuan ka saleta me sededer omni me kas kasaleta slide ka mo manachkan eseta ya mo manachkan isina choni ewe jen pas kasapag survey ni eta pas kasaleta chemme chai kan pe yak survey ekak sai mai gak chama menya form chai tataw niya chai ta ya ta dia qualified kam yan na nakasa ini survey, kicay tatopi, kicay kanila ta. School mo. Second ang forma, yes, fish form. Okay, so this is the form we use. Everyone a fish, kaya is age. It's just a last name for this statistician na uyata format. When KISH stand for last name in Aramas, statistician men uyata. Leslie Fish. Ime uyata Nibisa chikpe imo kita tahu informo wasan taklela ni ewe ochentas speech kinakata is na ye chon imo me dimnen try baros ko nang inay sa kwano at ita ruwe me tataw wasis chuma kita okay nako ko na nini ile tataw kano na wati kung may sa bag fish for dita o aramas me select ka tataw kung isa ba bilang naman kurala yora wasis chuma kita okay na chat ko na nini ime tataw ko noon dahil pasuli edit actually champion community ininin katulpilaw pwede Mele tatok or name tatok the Queen hindi uyaya program. Even sayraja on survey ng chay tatok yung consent form mo, every kawewe bisan loyaway on ni loyang topi. Yash, then nawasakan sa Philippine kalalapa. Na yay, kaya the patrol topi na tatok, the patrol white. Optional, kanilang yung topi. Sa tatawag nyo kailangan topi, pwede email na sa mga opi. When talk loud na niya, nakawewe the questionnaire ko, form nyo kailangan topi. Dito when kak-paras na queen and queen. Pero kung yung saan-saan check, yung mo man consent form mo. Pero bawatag, kasi bawatag ka ng right na, sign ba, that Philippine tao ba ang sign, each bilyang po signing when we are witness, may yay nelen, aramas mo, that Philippine tao, me, out there, that survey na sa Pachawan City. Okay, esan-san me, quick pa, quick. When targeted household, meron Pachawan, then program of winning and targeting. Meron niya yung san-san, slide mo rin lang siya lang san-san ta. Diyan ka step ito, puntahan actually with visiting. Na on recruitment, into an siren, sana siya, 2022 workshop, summit, health summit yung yung sign. Summit West, NCT Summit West, sa Pimpilatan, way tayo pimpash ka ng Wiyak Summit West. Pero way pa pinananawado, aray champion. Pero nantar, Lansing Health, NCT Summit Mawiyawi, yung Queen Indian Tonpe, Women Council, iray Mawiyawi, yung Tonpe State NCT champion. Sampunta, rasa, Tawag Penrani na aswalo. Ang inanisan sa lamaw ni Tuan na rin yung complaint to win, hindi kalat. Wasa sa tilang namo, na ay son Tawag Penrani. So, bungayaw, we kriyaw. When magmagit na queen, we ay so mo, napalahan sa mas royayang patuan, niya ay so siya. Patroman na, yay, we yaw yan. Iwasaw, Tobe NCT lang page Uyaki Tobe Women Council Uya Name Tobe champion Torno Magulian Tobe Council page Selok Den Sign page with KTS. Esan niya video clip kay Torno ng kasadeta anso ko gabnang Tobe anso ko Uya legislature anso ko ina to present certificate ko of Queen D yaray KTS sa kasadeta tangay kande Queen West Uyaki, named Golden State Champion. At sa akin, ang sawo photo, natanatang na big community, ina sa pitch-pitch, lang, Golden Women Council. Pero iwan sa recruitment ng Uyawin sa akin. Sangli, patch pa na namiyayaro, asa din menapis, kachela ka na, epis kataya na, kami sa din Golden Women Council. Eri, sang ng Queen Bay, nagpatrota yung training, saying ikaw mau confidentiality tatok na tanong yaw pwede kayo person mau ina kayo ka sa quadrage kasi saying in Robi confidentiality tapi tuan pinuwa pimpacho ka sa kasaleta sa biya ka school pen payment pen serve ka ng survey yay so kanang answer me sa independent chumalan pen pipeneo ay nilimuya ang so mau diaray diarata engage health staff the sa student para mahal so niya so ang pinuwan wow and bibigat tato o uyabet tato ba elerana kay meseo beneo isang masaka meseo diyan surveyors ko kay isang sa bitita IT pwede and science IT represent health services in Golden State. Hindi sa wasang WHO kanchekan men tato ko social na ben ISO mesalan chakya ka ITO inenin kachakan dia uya identify in which chen dia wasa mesa social bache right awe dia rider mana uya tato program ini uya seperti awe sempat kaya masih ada bache right dia social training. Training na uyawi around simu, di training tu pasal suka, pasal Chris naninja ada rate of chocho, pasal tak tiada tak lagi chocho ko tar dia rate na mas. Tapi me baca dong chocho represent kiti, ISO mau dia esena, tatongan mesa dunia. Iba kareta language program kau nak terceten you. O iraikan memang sesuatu blood pressure, ya, rare o jojo sesjo, mata men sugar o kolesterol buati, tukso mesa tatongi ko piawa kataton, socet sawat, kata ko te kitchen mesa bata tatongi yan survey, imen ko kita cai ko meya survey yo, cai yan, tatongi sesuatu, ngayon niya puini men dia men ya sesuatu, Inay-suway ko po yung mayang survey yung nakakakuya. Chete yung ka, kung yung kakya nini na wigat, pwede may kay na ana, kakakya yung right video ko, chete. May kapos ko sa yache, iwan, susukan kasi, tatokan kasi tatong. O, nagayong ka sa ano, sa tatong tablets, yung tatong tarapon. Then, stabbing biowar yan, pachoto, Rai kasuli yang rich input data non-tablet. So, so we na bache to job anti and so wow and kap yang packet to so catch into it. Ine enon extensive on your right bitoy pokoro benta na game rakap ya tato ine len down. When you want a pachato kap being plan right na game rakap ya tato. Asal-asal may supervisor tapi patch yang right in ewan right. Pero maybe no kadung dia. Yang teach contoh tahu no ya supervisors. Pilihan sa watch lupa no berno de dia ser supervisor we indeed where we sedang non watch da lain tadi batasan. Di mama itu the overstep wow ben contoh tahu kan se patch yang iwasaw ne eu pene programo government council inin sawas pene laut pwede set na kolokon queen yume inang yang yang toto tapi saat ni aiso ne data pimieta terusap sama interview kan kosokan arapin kuaradores ng office o ye if na even if data buat propose kita data setiap yang week real course when mereka rawato if tinut ada upload nila radio pwede mereka pipilang ya wala dia so much na kita feedback ni siya niya na coach ne so non di nang pungan katok na wiyaw ya kana dapat to asabi ka kawewela Sang nang report watch, adele wasal me biowa ut kampai kita o uyala nang report me choro sang tame se kita matutatan ki hybrid atau hybrid survey report. Nang report kami nila ng buriso was purin lunch in ranch ayah so me sa kita pag chairan kapilang Waitakan, tesocho waitakan. Tama kan petiran na way. Mon workshop pero yawi sen commitment mesana no program pachoy pabese ni opsinwe kan ni tatok kan yawi o pipin kawewe ni anso wote sa ane di samre ye seban program banana denda ren laga ko modern wow ayi wewe pene me right sawaski yelbich be right back pain abani ele i someone moment briska Mrs. Sai itu na chai eu pene o enka kuyata report you ke ban sai sai moment sawaski Kesakatan data dissemination. Saying in nanti yang buat dissemination wajan kakuyawi wikat. Pwede dahil schedule sa piwag sa mga kasaulangan May. And kapsay sa Women Council kuya send audience na ba nananiyak data dissemination. Ukit kami sa Piyawa bang partito chay piya workshop matagok chay bago kuya tama kan metia repair. Dari on Tobe Women Council se evis chia ngana mo each kate se ya match the big bang yang said presentation in language and so this more so was in language saban evian ewi rentak andi ay so mau rentak Dato wata kebilangatan someone sawasta tercai bahkan eu win kan eu dia program born actual data dissemination ya bang yau ni esan me eu win dia sinwe o kami san patok sa 2019 dia ya song kay ko também concerned the policy kami san policy ko ya ni che so che Kakek tempat industri implement. Dari LE wasau mesa men reach out Kobe Women Council nak cakap eu bene o yang baca data dissemination berang yawinan May o tama ba sa rangut sa na eu queen at men pagita na sa bangwata. Weka biye set up wala kampay o anso me data dissemination yawi ayang kag sansan me. Hindi yan natin eu bene rangut Ye cara iklanin yang sawas. Karena ye some dissemination kan tane kan kebakat totok ken apa ni ewe queen iwasaw ne senen totok ni kuen ye plan me ewe nak matang plan me ewe queen yaka. Pero ele iwasaw ne sebab wewe officers kurang kakacaman ki anso data dissemination. Even share check said so kan sa tatawag di. Tablet creation. So maras pala creation. Kwenta kuya ne tato. What you will kayong and the storage bins. Ye was a Tupperware na queen hindi akin. Wo was it I so kan chorus message. Catches it. And then also you na reveal. They got really creative. Pwede Tupperware pa noon la chung biyan na Facebook kiyan nan luggage yung biyan taya sa kung sa akong pwede entap na ngayon right so je nila meron meron sa tatawag pwede pay na right then tatawag laut meron yung biyan sila pay kuyata aray and na ngayon panagay ng tatawag and let me share to someone so kan piyawa sawas itu so dia sawas sa national WHO iwasaw mesawut anda reach tatawag kiyan di posan kan pain benta katakkan soja den layo program soja kita stos ibe sa kita kas itu dia kaya niche ng pain na ray wasa arabe tatawag niche pain na ray Benta katak perangkat deadla. Dari esan be wasabay be pain para rights to sama sa chakak lenlaye. Ay wasaw na sa reach out ng national right LPM which benta katak sa chakak deadla. Pwede ini kacawan to may inin may pupunan ka siya ramatan na chay wajel me. Chay siya bakalap. Queen nanjiyo pindetla wasaw. Pache Sansan. The Yami Ash Pache Seti. Will you miss a Kaisa Kalan? Kashpa Chalan now you met. Pio Sawaski was a cup Eukia. Aranas Metilita Sana, will. Chenta Wegi Yash, Kalan, Arai, Anso, correct. Eukia pitch. And when Pache Sansan, he won't form comment. Katan in health reward. Ni Ash Pachola ni Chenta Saran pitch we ash. Questionnaire, tapusukan may sa kanananaw yan. Ayun niya tarabayo may sa tikaw teta. Pero iisel kanangan ng tarabawach me. Queen hindi bin. Kaskulen ran wayway Nempemeni. San-san pa. Kuran ka. San-san me piyokan may sawas. Nande, san-san me tawiway jo. Aray classification me setao. Hindi melet tataw me sa tutulian ang office ka ng dispensary ka. Iwon sosompe dame daw ng damage kitchen. Hari. Queen pilbakak sa wasering pichay langata BMI. Itiyo ko BMI me sa tataw din. Omne. Pilbakay nga siya mo. Imo man chart me sa tataw din me. Niyas pa taon ni aramas men chok-chok. Nanten towe. Nanten nag-game talikoyo ko. Ye ray asa parking kaskulen yang manaray kakak identify and aranaso yawasa niye PMI. Sabi mo ya tulis na ninja every not me guideline kasalayan chair koran ka yakos katete na ye nandun ka yes yawewe nandiyan so eu PMI niye di palorway cha the omong aran ka kachola res di dispenser the wasakan bersama eu penige iba pero mga salita may ininin talk now when we we survey and na a program togi dia tato so kwak irai kan refer la na ikichi refer la wane as a bit and we watch as a bit so wala awan ya irai ko refer la so chil bilbil ta daw release na ninja blood pressure super chong kanilaw din jay so chil non wewe me chong dia ire paso mau yung ipachong ngalay rankas pwede piyawa kin muay mo ininin mo yana de ko chay na jega ta o chong en tanwa. Okay, ang slideshow na dito uyak sin video clip kay so ngayon tambay ka rasang biatch a school wasapay mese para meeting kan mese to bene nan 11 ISO mese batch bene wida NCP hybrid survey and kak salisan ISO kan miya pa menipong wasap patong mese para pwede waray na audio men se eu yang tronewe wi masih binanci yang pain denta dari ini saban playnet o ibintang kamera lang may bintang dari kita sa semua yang tersak when I so me kone ngai me se mo iba na pilenkan para speka yang men showcase tataw me se ni ben Salamat.
Yes.
Ja, maar doorheen gelijk moet ook met de daar komen. Heel veel moeilijker. Zomaar. Dus zo wat weer. Ja, maar die dingen gaan. Die week voor Argonia. Ik wil dat we maar zo'n week. Maar ja, sakaw yang macam dia mau naik punya ya
Ele esto yang parada ng slide, pwede sa itin dyan, rope nakasalita ni Kay. Kami sa kak-LP yung festival, may isa kawan konti. In reality, sa iniling sawa, so, not. Then, kakalailan. Ayun lang. So, charot. Kali sa kitalat yung behavior health, nasama mo yung yung pila, iwasan mo sa pamilya sa wasye. Dami so, nasa din pa siya sa kawewe, sa kawewe konti, it really depends on yung mga ele tatawag wepi. When tama siya sa kawewe konti, so tatawag yung macam macam cia. Pwede tayo sa batch. Area would depend on yang mana yang ada. Pwede niya kay taray. Mga info mo. Dan awan bebed na ruya. Salamat. Kakumala. Awan name konem. Piniyang sa water. Ya omagay. Ya elen. Ale kasagawan white. Nele sesuatu yang saya salah, ini song yang kau EFF kok, pintu Taiwan, pintunya aja pintu maris, diiseyankan, ayah diiseyan, mereka sekawan kobe pada negara Malaysia serikan kamu makan lagi, every episode kan, kacauan ayah pergi saya pro, sami efek le. Ono mentangan dia ada, utang serius kan jam. Dan lagi efektif nene, utang serius kan dia nene. Ija mentrale, macam ini sama ada di internet serius NTP. Tapi nono nene ini saya nene punya, iwa saya koko lagi. Serius yang dia sama. Ikat kasaletan kasalitan ng niya kay nono pasok yung ikaw pwede rasonak kaya sabi ko ay mabit piso heartbeat of niya siya salamat ko when sakaw na niya sabi ko
Ito sempat iba pasapa mo ay kapit chicken pwede data di desengan renta may kacola tatok manuwi sa sapis renta retire lang ang reality sa tuyaw when kit sama serenay kacuman kanay tipo kay rapid material even on nepit sa kawanton bay I must apologize I elaborate in English to those non-foreign speakers about IPRIC and what are the contributing factors rin so mapay sa sama may tatong ti uya so kanaychuk utana nana sa kawanton bay and uya proprio raya scientist kan, presenen kan, and kakatira kita ya affectin sa kawanton bay yung kejai menton pe yo chun sabda ko karos pila dia ya sa kon pe menta evan kisa makalakal mo makalakal lo isu ta chuan nan ai chuan pen pen merke ne kanai chun ko ke ibil kinita nan lok ko kin ta chuan kon kunyang sa kon pe sika chumale sika ikin check mark wasa ko ki program kinaleta data ko tatangki lita ko me kampu chumale pu o som treka men kasanyen ari om makalakalo isa isoche tami tiara taren seryo na liyo tan sa kawan pompe ko metra raklam li na sa kawan pompe ra ko the nature may reno pulo no kay tamuri ka bilanana kay yan tan standardize na wasang the nature ko check obil pain di we are general people na say sanin ka kan pacho to resita nete be na mo ikak pacho wan me seryo pil ka ipiti so mo ke rebe ichen tan semen in rongatan misino me mo kito pop seryo peki awat termination me yaleta o awat efekti sakawo pacho tinan ang waro seryo piya Cuma-cuma nang kapeto, tamen no bantan. Cuma udan serius kan cuma. Eri no bipantalakin netem ko pada saat eksamen pada ner data coba. Sonak. Ay ner. Pergi semua in kaya kita wherever sonak. Kalau tak ikinagarato chok siya ko so siya isin kon bisawas. Tengah parangata. Puede servir tam moket ngomong kita juga nanti sanksi buat. Servir tam ibuti ya kapin nanti. Apniar pita sarang puru ki oksigen meres na puede dia nauro servir tam mener puede sakap ayam ni sakap. Kemarin servir pun kanan sowas sudah kawan kemarin yang naik matam. Water net akmay lena gata mawem seriko. Tama believe in ranch yo. May believe tama may sesang ransom kan nan rentok kan may visit. Pwede karbe na may kusong diseyan. Diremen ko la che rai song kapeta may kan terong ma amia penta may kiyang rela may lunan kay no may kan pwede renkak sata. Ok may kita tongi. Puro damatang pwede ne. Kona sa ni ko pwede ne. May laleta o peitam ni. Kaitan na isa na iwan ay chukita o nanjiyang pwengka ko ay klare di koros na tachoto. Teketto peraturan nature. Om ni makalakalo, chukila kata ko ay kamo kalagatan mo lalaki yo. Then which. Second tachuan, then which. Then why tachuan furnace. Furnace so. Nakintitim na kampo chapacho. Enggak pesan mawang, mawang bukan interesan semua deh. Kilang sana mawang kebetulan seriusan tapi restoran tu dari sekarang talais. Akcai asal putih asal tu, jangan corporate. Udah ada kan warna nanti langkah tahu tau tapi bisa. Normally yang paint bisa. Naturally, every pain ism. Kaya examine kayo. Aso na kitintila taulo mo, kitintila sa mati ko pain makalagay kasi. Anasang na kin kamo kin saragot sa po. Kin signen retaw dia laray so. Try mo itang inang kasama ki kaya sen kan ay kita dia sa malapit niya kuan mo karena niya ko chokche isane moi ko kita chokche apuran ka school ilay na ko namin nurse ka at kanay chukiti yung chokche ko rai na namin ko tiara ka ko ran ka pa niya nak chay ko ite rai ko imero ka school anak chay da may talar ya pintan yata to purta matang sa para kamatang yan social seriyo. Only sa kawantuan pain na tan social scientist ka sa movement in na kiyang. Ako kiyang naman Quang an so ngaraban met ididan kas pasonok minta na mga isaryo porwera panta. Moni mo so dagnak lay tao. Ila pa pela so sa pagkian tata tanay kipa kaya kapit dese but to summarize the hybrid I think you may know what is the hybrid. It's about the NCT non-communicable disease survey that has been done several years before the COVID-19, and then it delays to after the COVID, and the program realized that we need to do a good survey again, so that, and then the program managers, they change, so they have good ideas that maybe it's good to give it to the NGOs, the women, if they can assist. So she realized that when the woman they took the lead, there are some points that she can raise to the program. Look, they went there, the person is not there, and they need to follow the person that is identified. So they have to go back, and we have to respect the community first. Yeah. If I go to your house and you close your window, I must not go, even though that's the house. I will go to the next house. And it's good that we use tablet. Tablet means the new technology. And they taught us right there in 3 days to use the tablet. For those of you who attended, it's a big challenge. But imagine, Wilmina at her age, they never touched tablet and new technology. But now she knows how to locate. And tablet, I must feed in the questionnaires, and we were fortunate that they translated the questionnaires into our Masan in Bombay. Reaction was actually was what among what I ban for me, I ban what by page. I ban memorize, may summarize, and then I say, kung ganyan sumala sa umat, musang ko. Ay ninet ma, ay tiyan, tanda sa school niya, sa share na, tanda kis pantalang po, nandang niya kisakis po yung keso, as a susunod main kisakiso. And minat abiyaw ni Nate, o kacawan niyang program. Niya ba na sa tinakis, nang lupa po yung ganyan ako siya. Ada yung lupa pa, kahit lupa na dado. Niya po siya nang mga kis lang ako na. Naribig ba, dati, jadi lumulok kirahin ko, nang may naniseta sa tindakan na usap, kirahin ko, walihan ko yung That's short in short, eh?
Yeah, like I mentioned, it's from their education, their state, yeah, sa kanila pa ako.
Yeah, so for that,
Jadi kaging sawewa bagus dari tamu bukan apa patron yung team. What you ask is what we will give you, honestly speaking, and responding in a positive way, right? Exchange. Meanwhile, kita coba trading jangan kokang, Japanese, yeah. Lunch.
So once I got yung actual taste up. Salamat.
Pwede akong niya talian program kamarin tajuan talian person mau Ishmael sa din din kang tachota ako din niya din chokche natin niya langsung kasama right kakapin champion pwede actually sa kakintan ng chokche. Especially our First Lady of Bombay. For those of you who don't know that, First Lady of Bombay is a doctor. She's a doctor. So let's give her a big hand. Senior the nurse men natin big som kataki, nurse ka natin graduate sang nursing program nan mo CCM Saipan. Isulit ang kanati ang tinyang kaduma. Iwasa mo. Mrs. Ramon, Luya, asalatan ng isang okay. And so what you done, check up UNICEF. UNICEF. Check up when you done batuanan dan sa pembaca schedule the program check up bil euben kung nasa bil upita program ka kita tuwen MC the counselor. And so what you done batuanan with the counselor of check batuanan UNICEF program na bil we program that been friendly to collaborate, the partnership with Bombe Women Council. We could to Japan, nature Japan, Bombe Women Council. I've been partner with UNICEF na kinapapali Benet. Gaurin kapirtan, series ang non-kapit o lens on that cake na church school. Kailangan, now I'm reading to the president.
Kayo, FKTD, Secretario Yawiyak ng Premolenwao o Prenapatit Pragay, blessing niya, chay, wala ka siya na mo chay, dinalili, chay namin ka siya, chay, di, medyo kanangan, na sa pumayler ka, na eka ni amayan register niya wajan MP o kat sa bagi maka China labis reduce plastic ang China na taong ke MP lakan o kat only coffee o tea. Just an announcement, when you register, in your bags there's a mug and there is a bottle of water. So to help the environment, to reduce the use of plastic, we kindly respectfully ask that we use as much as possible the mugs for your coffee and tea and the bottle of water. So bring those to more as well. The other announcement I just made for our non-English speakers, we have received the blessings of our traditional leaders to proceed, and they will be joining us from time to time, but definitely on Monday, March 9. So this is good news. That's why I escaped. I snuck out to meet with, to request for their blessings. So we have been given that. So thank you all very much. We can proceed freely.
Right. I tried, wow, what? Ikakacek, sa katakan, kaya mo, wangki, sa katay coach, maybe, pagkita, ilatara kayo, kapat ka na, wasak sila stage. Yeah, so, sa katakan, wow, ikakacek, kaya mo, o wangki paros, Nakalagkaibigan, may sugatuan sa Lentia, government, also, our non-compliant speakers, my sincere respect to each and every one of you today. Right now, UNICEF is, we're in a really tough spot, right? It's not, you want to go out already. But because we're really flexible, we're really happy that we are able to keep up and sacrifice and come and talk to you right now. So before we proceed forward to our presentation, let me just do an introduction. My name is Sylvia Alias. My name is Sylvia Alias, and I work with UNICEF as a child protection specialist, and I'm from Philippines. And I have with me, because it's a gift game to gender equality, we want to come 50-50, right? Women and men. So I have on my right Dr. Joe, who is the health and nutrition specialist for UNICEF, and we represent the UNICEF North Pacific Field Office that's stationed in Fort MSF. So that's the team that we will be hearing from in this moment. Just very briefly, I just want to make a note that for those of you of Biyakan Mayang Women Conference in Chuk, this is basically the same presentation but upgraded and highlighted on Wasakan Miyayan Weita and Nakiyan ay Kabadayas. When Sansad my reflection on FSM National Women's Conference in 2025. I was very fortunate to be there in 2023, and in the spirit of this year's theme, Give to Gain, I'm very happy to say that I like to put globally global. Right now, we at the top UN, United Nations. When I was doing my bachelor's undergrad, I was interning at Gombe Women Council. That's over 10 years ago. And I'm just really happy that I just keep coming back and working with Gombe Women Council and our communities in Gombe. And when else wag natin bonus inatakan natin tomorrow isang presentation in group language o the job chairman ayam pa-chair ka kasalita mga jaiban sa waspena protect our families through healthy and nutritious lifestyle. Iba na Merian and language. When oralakat we got sa gamit isang site nagamotomot working lunch. We'll be around sa gamit sa dito mga kalalapak, the comment. Someone mo siya kay kak sa ano kanyang wife, ang mga nakawawet ni Pompe ay kak so kawawawet on the side of Raikan Malanahan. Ingakalap kong Raikan Malanahan UNICEF, we are UN agency managed by UN, the United Nations. The Wasakan North Pacific Sansanan Mata UNICEF pinapali. Introduction rin kawewe na Eastman North Pacific Field Office. Niya sa mga na-observe ay binibin ng Wayteka ng Pacific Karasate sa Laman Island, Kiritas, Vanuatu, Samoa. Ay at office, the main office ng Pacific ng Pacific Miniscuba, Fiji. UNICEF Pacific sa Nawali 14 Pacific Islands. Yan sansantin ngaralap ini dan keso ay na trophy up the talk UN pansongan din awewete dano ya regional open photo check iko siya UNICEF kuya may Meriam kakso siya nan FSM the North Pacific UN agency ay saksama ni Mia Better UNICEF is magkapalitan where our mandate is at Sawas on set sanatya so tesorba on the Isaya then sobat rin sobat sa file iya mandate Mia agency kan the UN agency kan na pinapaliw sa mandate sa kan ang sansalat Ibig ko siya nito na child protection o health and nutrition na present ranet. Awan saan ka ng UNICEF ito pinawali education. Then hanggang school ka na pwede rin school. UNICEF rin sa wash the omiyong menstrual hygiene. Sabi kanyang sa wasa social policy and saan siya. Lumotawat ang UNICEF sa iko siya mandate sa आज का तो where we have some other young sign on United Nations, Convention on the Rights of the Child. When di taking now bisitaw at the Convention on Education Discrimination Against Women, I did at the dogs and quality was CRC, Convention on the Rights of the Child. And even in Ivan Josete, Brahma Somasoya, Sankaran Seri, UNICEF, television in seven. Any person under the age of 8. Okay, ng UNICEF iwiwig ngayon nawali Rakita Family Protection Program. I-presente Family Protection Program last year, going back Riau de Cebu. Basically, ng I-program, Family Protection Program, program yung ininingasampan. But instead of ibang agyawali kaya appointment ay makatuganan the names. I'm very fortunate. Kailangan ng Australian Embassy where isawas in Chechen na daw may kakuya na daw ko kaya so serving at some point family protection program. Ni modern ikanelele me on family protection program na ikamauto iwan ka sa palpe. So it's not a 1-year project method. We're just here to do training 1 year and that's it. It's a 4 years program and it's really, as I was saying, lang sang kayong bago lang kapayo mamiyan lupot. Nari because ang family protection program sa syudad Chagiata sa bottom lang tanga kali nawiyawiya at nawiyaw ng bombe at nanapasa na sa kak so sa katela at kakela ilita. Sa ganyan so sa domestic violence tama ba ko na yung domestic violence program ng kaksawas. O i-implement kayo po to emphasize family protection program will focus on the linkage between violence against women and violence against children. And so naliyanan ba the survivor but let's say karang emergency the photo ni PWC Center ang anasawas sa Rico tamang kukusin. Jadi coba kita serbian kalau kalian sana wali Maria, sana wali serbian. Sesongan link violence against women or children was right up. Look at it in a family holistic approach, very comprehensive there. So next person up on social media. Again, kailangan ng Australian Embassy, the DFAT for their support. Match kasalita sa mga output alalapin karena program taman niya bailout dyan may ang budget rawat ang susunod yang sawas ko na training yan natin UCCP training na sa watong GPP o Child Protection o Church and Neighbors yang yun ng program na karena last year sa training police sempat kan napulong anti-bullying and all that stuff. Next, piliin mo mga kasalita yan sa palpen holistic approach. Ano yan yung match dengan kaya kita nang orang ngayon seryo mo. Sa mga sawas layer sawas kan nagmiyan nagkakita overlook the manogela and it says interpersonal data no muri community muri organization kan kabinda PWC muri policy on enabling environment ko at iba check ayaw sunod natin na mga social media serye may nakiba kailangan natin song lugar in this way. Okay, next steps, i-highlight nila in Chuk, I presented these next steps, right? And then, I'm very happy to say that one may highlight nila green, it's completed, it's done. We're very fortunate, we partnered with the State Department of Health. We trained 16 master trainers on child protection and health. Tawagin health bukat, ang let's say family violence, child protection case, family emergency, miyaya tutsun tadang sasawas ko ka na maraka, awalili, victim ka, the survivor ka. So now we have the master trainers ng Department of Health, Irairan mo training, John Tatawag ng health, what parang ka, weweki, kanangan yamuan child protection and health na song. Sabi, eu nabigay ka sa mga niya banner yung ang ligiyo on online protection. Rampat na rampat, check ko siya, tablet, met mo yung kalaw ng rumah niya, Facebook at. So our online life is as important as our offline life, right? So online protection is something tatawag sa media. Chaygan may chayang lalay sa mga na chay chuwa sa kuma chay serikan, redutun ka, access sa ka, oratak lalayan ka. UNICEF, kalitaw, sulat na time o kuskusiyan serikan. Right, learn din member online, na Facebook, na Instagram, na song, TikTok. Very recently, launched that. So yeah, sa WhatsApp na, website o sumcha, one for girls, one for boys. And niya sa mga sumcha, sincerely, kung kakwewa yung Twitch, they can get on these websites, online platforms, and video kayo makakawit can write what is a healthy relationship, what's sexual reproductive system, sangan kawit ka, nag-payback din manap-nabla, and me kung website ka. Ang mga meron nun website ka, mga sang TikTok at Facebook, right? Immanent size center. Other than that, and this is very close, we were hoping sign round with, but no later than in less than a month or more, we will try to formalize that partnership with Bombay Women Council, which really includes everyone, and I think it's very worth it for the both of us, because we're the ones putting in the resources and support with Bombay Women Council on this partnership. With Bombay Women Council, kaya lang sawas ko na parenting programs, natanggap mo ng community. Since you have the coverage and everything through you, we can work together to provide these more positive parenting programs for ECD ages and so on. And there's more to it. We can talk about it later, but it's amazing that we will be getting into partnership finally after so many years. When Kansagla, I, Porto, and Sansantem, in Chuk, so many of you reached out, you're interested, your daughters or maybe yourself, you're interested to get your online bachelor's and master's in social work. I'm very happy to say that my colleague and friend from University of Hawaii is with us in the corner. If you're interested or you know your daughter or your son, you know anyone interested, please reach out to her and she can walk you through everything. You don't need to leave the island. You stay and you can get your, you find out how you can get your bachelor's or master's in social work. Ong ay part, i-magansay lang. May kajaman ong self-care. We cannot really help others if we cannot help ourselves. I don't see Dr. every year, the psychiatrist, but please, we have social workers and nurses. If you're not feeling well, don't be dehydrated. Please take care of yourself and reach out to any of us if you need support. All right. Okay, dan muitan Teresa ka bagus ko siya program online bachelor's and master's. Our inside I'm a proud product of the program. That's why I'm also partnering with her and pushing for it. I got my master's in social work through the same program we're going to talk about. So. Also, sorry that
build capacity locally. The idea that the more people we have connected to this place and these islands, who are familiar with growing health, well-being, protecting children, some of the work that UNICEF and Women's Council and other organizations have been doing. And we're working closely with COM FSM. And so we're really just pleased for this opportunity that people might choose to be able to stay home and create that opportunity for themselves to get a bachelor's or a master's in social work. And at the University of Hawaii, it is important for us to be thinking about what's the expertise locally and how we can build capacity, FSM, Palau, Marshalls, and how that capacity can also, when those students join our Hawaii students through Zoom, how that can also build capacity for us in Hawaii to have a stronger awareness and understanding of the strengths of the Pacific as a collective. So we're just very pleased and grateful for this time. But I'm happy to answer any questions. Yeah, thank you for the invitation.
And we're working on there's a question. So it's good to know that she was a former Peace Corps volunteer in India. I spent 7 years working as a safety security coordinator for the Peace Corps. So welcome back. One thing I do want to add on is that University of Hawaii, and I would like to say the rest of the United States as well, for FAS 77 citizens, we're now paying, if you're going to school, the in-state tuition. We're no longer paying for out-of-state, which is almost 10 times more than if you're paying for in-state tuition. So for those of you who have children going to school, this is good news that we are, for FSM citizens, we will be paying for the in-state tuition. This is very good. So thank you so much for introducing this program. As you can look around here, a lot of us are mothers with children, grandchildren. Our minds are still good. We can still do education, and most of us know how to use the computer. I think that's what's important. So this online program, let's take advantage of it. She's here on Sunday. Any questions? Get the site, how you can get on, or even with Sylvia and UNICEF. But this is a very important information that you just shared with us today. This is one thing, this is one of our the disadvantages as mothers. We cannot go off island. And COM, they have limited universities that they're partnered with. So it's good to know that now UA is also opening up social services, social science only. For right now. It might extend to business and other majors, but for now. So let's all get our degrees. If you already have one, it doesn't hurt to get another one. So let's get that degree on that. Kailangan.
Kailangan na met pamuitan yan ay job check and mawewe. I think it's really timely before lunch because we're going to learn about the healthy choices for food.
Thank you very much, Sylvia. Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to present and to share this knowledge with our members from the council. I think it's not a good time to the time, but anyway, I'm going to present very quick. So let's start with some gastric. So how much sugar in this tea?
That's it.
In terms of grams.
Any guess?
Any guess?
Yeah.
Too much. Any in terms of grams? How about? Okay. So 48 grams. So you see the 48 grams of added sugar, not the natural sugar. So in terms of tablespoon teaspoon, it's a 12 teaspoon. 12 teaspoon. 12 teaspoons. Pepsi, how much?
48.
Much as of that,
60.
69 grams, which is 17.25 teaspoons added sugar. So meaning that we put the 75 into the water. So these are the added sugar, not the natural sugar, added sugar. Okay, next. So what I'm going to present is that there are two, it's very common here between those Pepsis, teas, and non-beer. Before drink a lot. So we just wanted to highlight that how much sugar whenever we take one bottle of this. It's too much. Definitely it's too much. Because the American Heart Association recommended added sugar for the man is less than 9 teaspoons a day. So this one bottle is 4 teaspoons, 7.5 teaspoons, which is way higher than the recommended sugar. So next. Oh, this is also very common here. However, a very favorite food here, everyone is here, but I just want to highlight here my food. I'm not saying that it's not a practice here, but this is very common in Amazon, Pacific. I highlighted these green, yellow, these purple, and blue. So these are the things that, let's say green is a palm oil, it's high fat, it's not healthy fat. So if you eat high fat in your blood, blood is going to increase depending on that. So like for the purple one, meaning that level salt, sodium, meaning that it's the high salt intake. It's like in the yellow one, the TBH2, carbon color. These are very low carcinogens, which can cause cancer in our body. So I just want to highlight that we often overlook ingredients of our food. But these are the ingredients that we eat every day. Next. This is also very common cereals. And you see that the same thing like the yellow one, the blue one. These like for the blue, the sky blue, is a high starch. Meaning that if you take it, your body is going to have a high sugar spike and it can impact on your insulin, impact on your blood sugar control level. Like the green one, red body, yellow 5, blue one, yellow 6, these are also very, it's linked to the attention, hyperactive disease or hyperactive disorder control. So meaning that the child already hyperactive, so there's no studies that highlight the effect. So these two studies want to highlight that. I mean, when you are eating something, we suggest to check the nutrition of that. So at least we have some sense that what we have just the food have inside. We have these ingredients that impact on our blood sugar, hypertension, on our impact on the children, hypertensive or hypertension. So what is healthy food? We know healthy food. Everyone knows healthy food. So what does eating healthy food? So I have some question next now. So what did you eat yesterday? Boil the pot. weekend. What did you eat? Weekend. Yesterday, Sunday, what did you eat? Fish, rice, banana. Oh, very healthy. All healthy. The next, so we have, the first thing, there's a normal challenge that we eat a lot of ramens, all this junk food, processed food. But we want to know what are some of the barriers when eating healthy diets. And here's some newspaper, what are the barriers? Access. Yeah. So it takes time to prepare the, access. What else?
Expensive.
Expensive.
Fishing, $5, 35.50, and the other
Yeah. Yeah. That's the wise. Taste. So the processed food, the canned food is better. Tastes better. Right? Easy. Yeah, very easy, quick and easy. We just open the can and cook 5 minutes.
I have one, see those advertisements?
Yeah.
They're false advertisements. It says traditional something something. So get used to that there's ramen coming. And so you can say or something to stop false advertisement. They
Yes.
don't say you're drinking what teaspoons of sugar. It says lemon tea. So lemon and tea are healthy together.
Yeah. Well, definitely, those problems just influence. Foreign influence. Like, organization.
Someone who offers no blood, but they might come as that have the
This is a good question. What do you see when you look at that?
Pwede na yun kung kanyang meron na iwata. Pwede na yan kung
Work in the
kontampra talaga na pala. Paano na?
There's a word in Panabayan. Our food, the way we prepare, we always mention ini. That's ini. All kinds of meat, fish, meat, everything. Ini. There's no boil, there's no fry. So, we have to go back and use our word. Panabayan word is ini, mostly is for our health. It's good for us. Everything that we will eat as a meat, we have to eat it. How do you say in English ini? Grill. We have to grill it. There's no fry, there's no boil. All those are made from other land or those big like US and all those, they brought those words here in Bombay. But we have our own word for how do we prepare our food. We have to create nagtsakin kiyang ni Chakay umunta. So ang oras, tsakin then we will not have a high blood pressure, we will not have a heart attack, all those. Thank you.
Thank you very much for what of wisdom. And I'll capture some of these cooking methods in my latest slides, and I'll address some of the issues related to that different cooking methods. Next. So these are some of the common barriers that fast and forward is the not-nine variety. No, but that's important thing, because if you give a fried rice to eat a healthy food, you're going to make it. No matter how much time it takes, no matter how expensive, that is the part. And then there are some others, as president said, time, effort, answers, how to prepare, things start. So next slide. Next. So this is a diagram. I don't want you to overwhelm, but you see that diet-related risk factor of obesity and diseases. So actually, and our state is going to present the health issue in the later days. And also, they can see director of the day or presenter. I'll emphasize all the percentage. We have a X-ray process. And then you will see that all these foods, like the refined carbohydrate, sugary beverage, what I just showed, that the Pepsi, the Coca-Cola, processed meat like canned food, and less intake of fruit and vegetables, ultra-processed food like all this canned food, tuna. Its impact is resulting in the two key areas like the obesity, BMI, the body weight, and also it can impact on the results in all the diseases, cancer, diabetes, heart disease. So the way how you eat is really important for the health. That's what we want to do. Next slide. And this is that disruptor, that means our GI tract, our bowel. And there are some food additives that impact on your heart health. Next. So these are the additives. You can see almost every item, like an emulsifier, sweetener, coloring, preservatives. These additives add to the food, let's say on the chocolate, on the chips, or the candy, improve the flavors, enhance the flavors, get a long storage shelf life. So it is inevitable. All the food industry, they use these additives, all these food that we are eating. And these additives have impact on our guts, our GI tract, our bodies. So when you eat those food with a high additives, it disrupted your bacteria, healthy bacteria, friendly bacteria in your gut. And then your gut is really important for your health because the bacteria in your gut is controlling almost everything. It's controlling your metabolism, it's controlling your heart rate, it's controlling your mental, it's controlling your mood, inside everything. So if that's the bacteria, the virus, and others, all the microbiome, your gut is disrupted by these additives, you will have all the consequences. You will have depression, you will have mood, you will have anxiety, you will have chronic inflammation, chronic inflammation happening that have many consequences. So it is really important to maintain your gut microbiome. How do you maintain it? You think the way you are eating. So that's what I'm going to present. So look, the additives is everywhere. Ramen, chocolate, ice cream, cookies, everywhere. Adding all the food that we are eating. We cannot overdo it. Well, I'm not suggesting it's stop, but I'm just wanting to highlight that these additives are everywhere. So preservatives, everything. Chips, cereals, juice, coconut, protein bars, preservatives, because they add so that they have a full shelf life. For the standard product, otherwise it will spoil very quick. Added preservatives extend the shelf life of this product. Some. Next. Thicken out stabilizers to enhance the texture of the food everywhere. Next. So, as I mentioned, those preservatives, those additives can cause a low-grade inflammation by disrupting your bacteria, your friendly bacteria, good bacteria in your gut, and cause a low-grade inflammation, chronic inflammation. You didn't know? The happening inside because the bacteria, the chronic bacteria are died, and then pathogenic bacteria flourish. But these chronic low-grade bacteria can cause a long-term impact on all of the systems, like atherosclerosis, which is narrowing of the blood vessels, which can cause the heart attack, heart disease, and also cancer, infection, sepsis, and diabetes, hypertension. So that is the main thing. We don't know. Sometimes we thought, oh, I'm eating healthy, but we didn't know. We have goals and healthy diet, but we didn't know this. That can impact on the heart microbiome. And the heart microbiome disruption is one of the most important factors for those diseases. Next. So how do we protect from the chronic inflammation? It is simple. So to protect your gut health, your kidney health. As I mentioned, that these additives and preservatives everywhere from animals are used to eat. But what can you do? You eat also add healthy diets. Eat more healthy food, vegetables, so that way you can minimize the impact of those preservatives and additives. Yeah, next time. So these are the pre-guided fibers available in a one way. You can have all. I'm just expecting some. You see that we have a banana, we have breadfruit, tapioca, we have others like jam, we have guava, spandulus, coconut, pumpkin seeds. So these are the prebiotic fibers that we have. And what is prebiotic? Do you have any idea what is prebiotic? Prebiotic.
Not fermented.
Okay, so let me just quick explanation. Prebiotics and probiotics, those are the two ones important for the gut health. So probiotics are the good bacteria. Let's say in the yogurt, the fermented bread food, they have a good quality bacteria. If you eat them, they can grow in your gut and they can maintain the balance. That's a probiotic. These prebiotics are the fertilizer for the probiotics, because when you eat the prebiotics, they help growing the good bacteria in your gut. So you have to eat both prebiotics and also the probiotics, which is like yogurt, fermented bread, fermented products like kimchi, those kind of probiotics. So these two things help your gut to be healthy. So your gut have a friendly bacterial microbiome so that it can counterbalance the food that we eat, like those additives, so it can counterbalance the effect of those dangerous or unhealthy things. Sorry about this. So, but one thing is, we are not done with the inflammation. So I've just presented about those additives, preservatives that cause the inflammation. But there are other things we should talk about. We should pay attention, which we call the glycotoxin and other words, advanced glycation end products, AGE. What is AGE? Next slide. So when we cook meat, we have a protein. When we cook in a high flame, high temperature, that protein mixed with the glucose and it has a byproduct called H. So this H is a byproduct from the cooking with a high flame, high temperature. What are those? Pan fry, deep fry, grilling, and what is the searing? So with a high temperature, that byproduct. And this H is another important factor that impacts your metabolism, your heart, your health. Next. So it's like, to help you understand, age is like the sticky metabolic glue in your body. So when you eat like grilled meat, or when you eat the French fry, this age enters into the bloodstream. Then it becomes act like a sticky substance going around the blood, and it stick to the on the lining of the blood vessel. That the blood vessel becomes narrow, and it can cause hypertension, and this age also impact on the kidney, because this product is usually released from the body through the urinary system. But if you take too much processed food or this fried French fry, this too much age passing through the urine can damage your kidney and get kidney disease. So to help you understand this, age is like a sticky materials from those products. When you eat, it enters the body and it sticks to everything. It damages the body. So this is something that we do. How do we prevent this? So there are some foods that have a lower age. Look at this. So when you eat a beef raw and cooked, age is 636. But when you prepare the beef while marinating the lemon juice, the age amount becomes high, 1384. Same gram, but different method. It's a boiling, and then pan raw, deep dry, become 4,400 each products. Same amount, 90 grams, but it depends the way you cook. If you deep fry, higher yields. What? Low yields. So the point is that the way how you cook determines the level of ages that you eat. So high temperature, high ages. Low temperature, low ages. Next. But the previous slide. So there are food with low ages like legumes, vegetables, fruits, milk, food cooked in a low heat, food cooked in a moist heat like a boiling, food prepared in an acid ingredient like a lemon,